Let's start with another main topic, which is negotiated syllabus. Right. This is an introductory session in which we are going to just talk about what means by negotiated syllabus and what are its characteristics. And afterwards, we will take a look at some examples of negotiated syllabus, some requirements for negotiated syllabus. Right. Okay. Right. Language teaching, like as Richard argues, is not easy or straightforward. Rather, it's puzzling. It's not straightforward. It's problem posing. So during the course of language teaching, we might come across some situations where we need to take into account the wants, needs, strengths, and weaknesses of students, and how we could take students into consultation before actually implementing a specific syllabus, right? So in this type of syllabus, the learners could have main say, right? What I mean to say by main say, they could be invited and they could be asked to think about the syllabus they are going to learn, and they could be asked to give feedback before actually. And this kind of syllabus is evolving process. I mean, once the parts of the negotiation are discussed between teachers and students, they learn, move on. All right. And the underlying philosophy behind this type of syllabus is just sort of general educational philosophy, and the main proponents of this type of syllabus are Breen and Littlejohn. I've listed the dates here for your reference, right? The main rationale why we need as language teachers to be aware of this type of syllabus. The reason is because it entails the needs of the students. Since once we start with the needs of the students, we could be better informed teachers, and we could be better informed judges about the language teaching taking place in the classroom. And this is how, once the learners are on board, language learning becomes a dynamic process. And I personally agree this viewpoint here, that language learning is not static. It's evolving process. You might be having different needs on day one, and on day two, you could be experiencing different needs of the students. So this is how, instead of becoming orthodox in our approach towards language teaching, we should be open-minded and embracing the needs of the students, and thinking about their wants, thinking about their lacks, and thinking about their strengths, right? There are certain situations we might need this type of syllabus, for example, where students are coming from different socio-cultural backgrounds or from other countries, and where we need to be aware of the time constraints. I mean, we should be very practical while we are negotiating some of the elements of syllabus with our students. And once there is no course book, we could negotiate. But once there is a course book, it might be a constraint, because we need to follow the course book for particular exams, and we need to finish this one. But even then, there could be some days where we could ask the student to come and talk about the syllabus they are, because it takes them on board and make them responsible party and motivates them. And there are certain debates going on about negotiated syllabuses, what aspects of the language curriculum to be negotiated. And this is what we will continue to look at in the following modules. We'll talk about how goals of the lesson or how goals of a particular syllabus could be negotiated, how the content could be negotiated, how it could be sequenced otherwise, and how the format of a particular lesson or topic or an activity could be negotiated, and how the assessment criteria could be made explicit to the students through negotiation. These are the elements we will continue to look in detail in the following sessions.